I've never been in this room.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to say all glory to God. Just to have the opportunity, just to play in my home city and have so many people come and support me, it's just nothing but a blessing. I'm happy that we got the win and just being able to play, at Hinkle Fieldhouse. I played here last year, but it wasn't the same this time around. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity and glad we got the wins.
That dunk attempt, that would have been something if you would have been able to convert that. Just what was going through your mind? You really didn't shy away from the contact there.
It was really just all adrenaline. I kind of split the little double team, and I just felt like I had to go for it. I really should have threw the lob to Zach, but, I mean, yeah.
Is that your best ever missed dunk?
I'll answer for him, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Zach, it seemed like there was a concerted effort to go inside in the second half and really take advantage of your skills and some of your teammates. Was that talked about at halftime to bring it down the ball in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it was talked about the whole week. And no disrespect to Butler, but they are ranked 11th in the Big East out of 11 teams in terms of like protecting the rim and shot blocks and all that. So it was a big game plan to go inside.
Ryan, for you, how have you been able to kind of just continue to progress throughout your career? I mean, you've been at three different places, but each way along, you've been continuing to kind of take your game to the next level.
I would just say just staying level-headed, and just staying in the moment. Just trying to get consistently better every single day, not worrying about, outside noise and, just staying focused on the main thing. I really think just me trusting my process and staying in the gym every day God just has got me to this point. So.
Zach, what did you think of the second half? Just you guys have been leading by double figures at halftime the last 5 games. Butler made it really close going into the locker room, but you guys really took advantage early in the second half. And what did you think of how important that stretch was and the environment that Xavier made?
Yeah, we break the game into 10 4-minute wars, and you could argue that the first and the sixth are the most important just in terms of, setting the tone for the game and everything. So it's always a big emphasis to, come out with a lot of effort and energy when we go into that first and sixth war.
Brian, that's now 6 straight weeks for you guys, and what feels like the most important time of the year here in March. No one knows what you guys have to do to get to the big games, but how good do you feel about where this team is and where you're playing right now?
Yes, sir. I feel like we're elevating at the right time, offensively and defensively. I think we're coming together as a team, and, like you said, it's not up to us to worry about the outside noise on how we're going to make the dance or if we're going to make the dance. It's just up to us to, be ready for each game. And I think that's been our main focus these past games, and, we'll continue to do that.
In both games you guys have played against Butler, you guys have really done a nice job creating turnovers. So now you talk about connecting that offense defense, 12 turnovers and 22 made baskets. 22 made points. How much was that an emphasis for you guys to just be able to not just force turnovers, but be effective in transition on those?
Yeah, I would say Coach Miller harped on, both teams are, great offensive teams, but what separates us, is our defense. And he harped on that today as well, just, being a defensive-minded team as well and, getting deflections, getting steals, and getting out in transition. So it's just as important to us as offense.
Butler came out in a lot of zone in the first half. Just as a shooter, what's kind of your mindset when you see the team playing zone?
It depends on the zone. I mean, with the zone, there's areas, there's spaces where you can find an open space and get your shot off. So I like the zone, but also I feel like the zone slows the game down. So that's a negative side of it. But I mean, no matter what, you got to figure it out. So.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Thank you.
seemed to be the issue today. It seemed like a lot of the turnovers were kind of unforced, and it really led to easy baskets the other way. Just what kind of was the issue in turnovers?
Well, I'll be honest, we did a decent job of taking 12 turnovers for the game was kind of the goal for us. The problem was they happened in succession. And that was the one thing we talked about. I think we talked about it yesterday or whenever. That's what you can't give Xavier is, I mean, they feed off that. Their defense gets better. They started pressuring more. And that was probably the biggest issue of just taking care of the basketball and in those certain situations. I mean, 16-4 run start second half, that was unacceptable. Whoever hit the three there at the end of the half, and I told the guys, that can't take the wind out of our sail to start the second half. We got to be tougher than that. And I'll say that Xavier's playing as well as anybody I've seen in the country right now. They're a heck of a basketball team right now, and the bench comes in and they don't miss a beat. I mean, they're rolling, and Fremantle got going, and they were good tonight.
Over this run of Xavier's really strong play, they've been great attacking the inside. What do you think you've seen out of what you have seen over the last few weeks? You've now played them twice in that stretch. Have they been doing anything differently in their way to get inside?
No, not that I've seen. I mean, they move you, and Fremantle is a little bit like Dixon. He's a really, really hard, matchup because he can, he handles outside, he can shoot. I know he didn't shoot well from three tonight, but then he gets in and his post game starts at 12 feet, and when you can make jump hooks with both hands at 12 feet, that's hard to stop. And to me, those guys really seem to have the role in it. And you got your shooters on the perimeter. It makes a challenge to cover.
Obviously, everyone knows better when the shots go down. But in the first half, you seem like you guys were getting really good looks from deep, moving the ball. What did Xavier do differently in the second half to kind of take away some of those shots?
Well, they extended their pressure. They were trapping hard hedging ball screens, staying in them longer. They were more physical. They were literally fouling us when we were going to screen, and it was disrupting our timing on that, which do it. And but they really extended in the half court and used their length, their athleticism, and it made us challenging. I thought Finley did a good job of and some of the guys we missed some easy ones there at the rim, and those are ones you have to make in a game like this. If they're going to pressure, you got to get inside and knock those things down.
Obviously, we talked about the turnovers and their efficiency offensively off of those. But when you were in the half court tonight defensively, how did you feel about what your team did there?
Sign of a really good team. When you make a mistake, they make you pay. And they made us pay. We messed up some coverages, a couple coverages, and they made us pay on it. And we guard, and fall asleep on the weak side. We give up a dunk on a back door, and the shot clock. We just more awareness of what we're doing there.
And Coach, kind of just following up what Lucas was saying. Fremantle said that was their game plan to attack you guys inside. Just again, what is it about maybe your personnel or your game plan that allowed them to have success inside?
I don't know. I mean, when Hunter and Hughley come in and make their first 6 shots or whatever, it's challenging. I mean, they just keep running fresh bodies at you, we had post doubles in. We were going to go on the doubles, and I think we only got to it 1 or 2 times. They had moved us pretty well. I think we maybe an offensive rebound off of it, but we didn't have the ball pressure, and post defense starts with ball pressure, and we just too easy of passes in there.
One more game left in the regular season before it's the winner go home Madison Square Garden event for you guys. What's the message going into that game that can be like, this is the areas that you really want to focus on before you get to MSG?
Well, I think this. I just want us to keep playing our best basketball. I mean, we had moments in this game where we were pretty good, but a lot like 2 weeks ago over there, we had some bad stretches, 3-4 minutes, and when you're playing a really good team, they make you pay, and that was probably the difference. I thought we fought back there at the end of the first half and got it, and you can't start the second half down 16-4. It just can't happen.
One more? Coach, senior night is typically a night about reflection. How would you reflect on the senior class that you have this year, especially since, the longest senior guy has just been here only 2 years?
Yeah, welcome to college basketball. No, I'll tell you this, I love these guys. You look at from the 4 guys where they came from and the situations they were in, and it is different. And probably the number one thing I'd say about the 4 guys who run there, they've all been great people when they've been here at Butler. They've been model citizens. They've been great teammates. They've worked hard. It is a little bit different, but you spend so much time together, and it was hard for me to see those 4 guys go, even though we've only had them, for a little bit of time, and I know this. I'll miss these guys. There's no question about that. Thanks.